Hey everybody, what's going on? The Irish Mirror has an interesting article. They looked at the highs and the lows of Guns N' Roses' previous visits to Ireland, dating all the way back from their first appearance in Slane Castle in 1992 to all the way to now. So, as you guys know, Guns have played a bunch of shows in Ireland before, some of which I still remember. I didn't even have to read the article because they've played some disastrous shows, but they've also played some great shows too. So, let's look at their list. So, as you guys know, Guns will be playing Slane Castle once again next year. They'll actually be kicking off their Europe tour at Slane Castle, so it'll be the first date. So they played Dublin in 2012, and this was Guns N' Roses' most recent appearance in Ireland at the O2 Arena. And 2010 was a disastrous experience, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But their 2012 show was actually much, much better, and Axl actually joked at the 2012 concert about their previous concert, which did not go so well. So I've linked to the article if you guys want to see some of the clips. And 2010, let's get started with. I remember this one. Guns showed up like 2 hours late to stage. The fans were pissed off, and rightfully so. And there was a bunch of booing. People were throwing things on stage, and they even had to get somebody to come out on stage from, I think it was a production crew or the promoter, and basically warn the crowd that Axl was apparently irritated. He walked off the stage, and I think they came up with like another excuse. Oh, Axl, they couldn't hear himself or something like that. And apparently Guns walked off stage, and it appeared like maybe there was going to be a riot, but somehow the band went back on stage, and you could see that Axl was really agitated. It kind of reminded me of that concert they played in Hanover, Germany in like 1992, and he just wasn't moving around on stage as much. But they came back, they finished the show, even though a lot of the audience had actually left. So if you guys want to see clips of it, there's quite a few on YouTube. They played Belfast in 2010 during the same year. I was actually, I think, just the night before, and you would have never expected the really tense show that they had in Dublin the following night, because Guns were firing on all cylinders. Apparently, they had a really good show. And, they played Dublin back in 2006 as well. And the band actually went on stage by 8 p.m., which was kind of surprising. It was like a daylight show, which was really rare for Guns N' Roses. And I guess on this tour that they've been doing as part of the reunion tour, it's not been as rare because they've been going on stage on time. But back in the day, like them going on playing daylight shows was not really that common. And then, of course, they played Slane Castle back in 1992. Apparently, it was a really good show. There was over 200,000 people there. And even though Guns N' Roses apparently, according to the article, showed up 2 hours late, it was still somehow a daylight show, and the crowd was still crazy. Like, they just were so into the concert. This was way before, of course, iPhones were out, but there is a full, you can actually watch the full concert on YouTube. Somebody thankfully had a camcorder and filmed the whole thing. The quality is reasonably good. It's not professionally shot, but, back in the day, it was hard to get professionally shot footage, and I'm just glad that people were able to actually film these concerts. And actually, if you guys go on YouTube, there's an interview that Slash did with MTV News, which I've linked to as well. And this was when they were in Prague, but they talked a bit about the Slane Castle gig. Slash dressed up in green to sort of, some people speculate it was to just honor, the Irish colors and that kind of stuff. But go check it out. Let me know your guys' thoughts. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe for the latest Guns N' Roses news. Take care.